Why are Roman Civil War sources so biased? Imagine trying to tell a story when everyone involved has a reason to spin it their way. That's exactly what happened with Roman Civil War sources. These accounts were written by people who lived through or were affected by the chaos of the times. Many authors had personal stakes in the conflicts, whether they supported Julius Caesar, Pompey, or others. Their writings often reflected their loyalties and goals, shaping how history remembers these events. During the period when Rome was shifting from a republic to an empire, rival factions fought fiercely. The aristocratic conservatives, called the Optimates, wanted to keep the old ways, while the Populares aimed to help the common people. Writers aligned with one side often portrayed their enemies in a bad light. For example, Caesar's own writings painted his actions as defending his honor and rights. Opponents like Pompey and the Senate were sometimes shown as villains or obstacles to peace. Many sources were written after the empire was established, especially under the Flavian dynasty. These later writers had their own reasons to shape the story a certain way. They might have wanted to justify the rise of imperial rule or make the civil wars seem like necessary steps for stability. Some authors used emotional language, praising or condemning figures to sway public opinion. Their accounts weren't always about facts but about supporting a narrative that suited those in power. The political violence of the time made it hard to get honest, unbiased stories. Writers often used propaganda, personal memoirs, or partisan histories to influence how people saw the conflicts. Because violence was used to settle disputes, many authors couldn't remain as neutral. They had their own social and political views, which colored their stories. Disputes over land, voting rights, and legal protections fueled the wars, and writers' perspectives reflected these struggles. In the end, sources about Roman civil wars are biased because they were created in a time of intense factional fighting. Writers often had personal or political reasons to tell their version of events. When studying these accounts, it's important to remember that they are shaped by the author's loyalties and motives. This helps us better understand the true complexity of Rome's journey from republic to empire.